All right, hey, what's going on with you, everybody? Hey, I'm your man, Aaron Arnold.
And I'm Lindsay Arnold, and we are the owners of Powerhouse Couples for Life. And we are coming to you from Indianapolis, Indiana. We are a relationship mastery company, and we are super excited to be alive tonight with you all to share just jewels in regards to how to have a great relationship, whether you're single or a couple or married or engaged, that you be able to remain in a happy place, in a safe place, in a passionate place. And so that's what we're coming to do tonight, is definitely bring you another jewel in regards to how do men and women communicate.
Yes, yes,
So yes, so that's what we want to talk about tonight. We know there are definitely differences in how we communicate. If you think about it, this is one thing you can look at it as. When we are young, most of the time we definitely only play with that gender that we are. So boys usually play with boys and girls usually play with girls. And so our communication style is in the boys, what do they usually do? It's about being the superhero. It's about, you having
every superhero,
competition and
every
all this.
superhero.
Yeah, when you're boys and you have these, they gain these negotiating skills, they gain the skills of seeking to win and all of those things. And then the girls, we're over here, we're very nurturing, we're playing with the dolls, and we want to have friendships, and relationships is very important, and all of those great things. And so we get that because, of course, yes, this is what happens. And so when it comes together, when the man and the woman comes together, once they've grown up, then we're trying to figure out, well, how do you communicate? Because I know my girlfriends don't do that, or I know my male friends, they're not really doing they don't communicate that way. They don't show their emotions. So what are you talking about? So that's what we're trying to explain to you all tonight. It started when you was a little girl or a little boy, and definitely that's who you played with, and that's how it worked out. And so now you got to come together and come out of the little girl, little boy state of mind, and definitely understand your mate so that you can have a great, healthy, and emotional and passionate relationship.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna let my husband talk.
uh, absolutely. I appreciate it. Thank you. Man, men and women communicate totally different. And the reason why there's so much confusion is because really on both sides they don't understand exactly how each other talk. I'm gonna say from the male perspective, we're straight to the point. We tell you exactly what's on our mind, and when we tell you exactly what's on our mind, there's nothing really hidden behind it. We told you exactly how we feel about that. And for women, hey, more descriptive. You want to talk on the women's side?
Absolutely. We're going to share our emotions because we want to know that someone is caring about what we have going on. But not only that, we want to be able to have that communication and uh-oh,
What that
that
for?
that that line of communication that I'm being able to share with you, and that fulfills my moment to be able to share the things that and my emotions and my thoughts. And that's the reason why we do all the detailed talking. Go ahead for men.
So when we come straight to the point, can you tell me how you feel? Didn't I just say how I felt? There's nothing hidden behind it. I mean, and it's really quite that simple. I mean, for me, hey, when I tell you, when I ask you about whatever, hey, babe, what do you think about this? I'm asking, and I'm really trying to get that part from you. Outside of that, straight cut, no chaser. Hey man, can I get some comments and tell me on that and whether I'm right or wrong or not? Or well, tell me how do I usually talk back? They
uh,
love to hear that.
I mean, for the most part, you're going to share your wisdom and advice. And I think that's the point that men have, is that they want to help solve problems. And so, yes, they are right direct, and they want to be, a part of them is being fulfilled, is being able to provide that advice and be the expert in all things, and not, let me say that they be what they have to say and their wisdom, that it be shared, and that they feel like, yes, they are doing their best as far as being the head of the household and being able to share ways to solve problems. And that's the key thing for men, is like, hey, I can solve this problem. It don't take a whole bunch of. For women, we want to get it off of our chest. We're trying to let you know how we're feeling and that you embrace that. And so don't discount that. Definitely understand she wants to make sure that you want to make her feel as if, yes, I do care what you have going on or how you're feeling at this moment. So do ask some questions. And that's all that most women are looking for, is that you're just showing this intention of caring, and really, not just trying to solve their problems, but let's care about what's going on with me, or how my wife is feeling, or what I can do to help her, in this whatever day she may have had, or whatever issue she may have to solve regarding her and her friends. And one thing is like, we never get in between what's going on with the other mate's friends. Definitely just listen to your mate at that point in time. Yes, whatever they're saying or ranting about, just listen. And
don't try to fix it.
And don't try to fix it, but definitely say, babe, is there anything that I can share with you? And something that we do here, I think, is that we'll say, do you want me to give my opinion or advice, or are you just wanting me to listen? And you can always just stop the conversation and say that. And I think that would help in making transitions, so that
that's a great safe point. Great safe point.
So yeah, and I think that's so true. But I think the disconnect is when when, for men, I think, can you talk about that? Let me ask you that. Talk about what's the disconnect when it comes to communication.
Well, definitely the disconnect, especially when we're talking about our day or something like that. And so when in the moment when we get ready to talk, and just kind of how we said, it's not time for a problem solver. And definitely, if we're telling you, hey, this is going on with our, employee at work or this or that, man, whatever you do, mate, boy, man, hey, don't jump on their side. It's us against them.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you take their side, hey, how you always act up. You got that short temper or something. I don't have a short temper, but if you say something like that, they gonna be mad and hot, because hey, it's a part of division.
Yeah.
Like, hey, and I know whether they right or whether they wrong, don't bring that up right there. You know how they are. Just like, yeah, you right, babe. They do always talk a lot of, and then hey, now you're on one accord. You're like, yeah, I'm cool. Hey, because most part, hey, for everybody else, we usually have that moment of reckoning, like, I could have sure did that different, whatever. And when you, like I said, when you side with them, they might even say, you know what, I probably should have played that a little bit different.
Yeah, absolutely. I think another division point that you bring up is that, yes, for, I think for men, is telling them what to do instead of asking what, asking in those moments. But if you're telling a man what to do, it does really affect you're going to get a different reaction versus if you're asking.
Man, don't be telling me what to do. Did you ask? It, what I mean? And it really is. I mean, it's to our ego and pride. Like, hey, look, and for men, and I'm gonna tell you, as for women, for us, if you want your man to jump on board, ask them for their help. Hey, babe, I'd like to get your expertise on this.
Yes.
And just because of how men are wired, that's how you really get them on board. And that's how you get them to support and exactly in what you're trying to go for. Hey, I want to get a second pair of eyes, and I value your expertise. Can you tell me what you think about this? Can you look at this?
Yes. Mm-hmm. And I think the disconnect, definitely the disconnect for women is if you're short with how you're responding, especially if they're expressing their feelings or their emotions about something, that you're short to the point and you're trying to, overtalk them, or just trying to solve their problem real quick, or you have an impatient, you're impatient with them in regards to what they're sharing with you. So just remember those things in regards to when you're communicating with your spouse. So things that we have shared, that it is definitely important that you do not look through your own eyes or lens in communicating with them, but you definitely realize, like, hey, we are from two different playgrounds. You know, the girls is over here and the boys are over here. And so it's still happening to this day, but we have to come together, and especially when it comes to relationships, especially when it comes to having a great family, but turning a house into a home. And that's what Powerhouse Couples for Life is about.
Yes.
We love you guys, and we're so glad that you tuned in to us. And we pray that each and every day that you hear something from us, that your relationship is getting better. Comment, join our group, Next Level Relationship and Love Breakthrough. We would love for you to join us as we share more information, more tools in regards to how to maximize your relationship, which is making a greater you, a greater us, and a greater love. Good night.
Take care, guys. Love you.